like, bro, yeah, she got a kid. Look at his back. Oh my god. What's up, y'all? Welcome back. It's another reaction. This is Men Are Not Interested in Modern Women. This is Just Pearly. I've seen her little clips on like what is it, YouTube Shorts?
Yeah, I seen
like
them on YouTube, TikTok, all that. Yeah, man, she's basically like one of those like podcasts speaking about like relationship stuff, I guess. And she has a lot of views that are like the same as like people like Kevin Samuels. She refers to him sometimes, but you know, man, she's just anti-modern women for real, depending on what she's talking about.
Anti-modern Western women, completely independent, don't need a man, city girl, hot girl, summer type.
Yeah, she's more traditional.
I'm just trying to find myself while I get railed by 20 different men in my peers. Well, I mean, I never seen her. I have seen her, but I never actually like sat down and watched one of her videos before. It's just gonna be interesting. You heard the title. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share. Let us know if you want to see other videos like this down in the comments. Go check out the other channels. 412 show. I would be gaming. We'll hop right in.
Give you some perspective. Modern women find 80% of men as unattractive. And so on dating apps, which people will argue that maybe people on dating apps aren't looking for something serious, but that's the #1 way people meet. Women only swipe right 5% of the time, up to 20% on the high end in certain studies. So women are all sleeping with the same guys. So for guys that are in that percentage, it's like they just have an abundance of girls throwing themselves at them. And then the women will come back later and say men are trash, da 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 da, but that's who.
I think we need to have a speed dating thing, me and you know.
We need
to set up a speed dating or even a courting thing when we show them how to do it properly and give them questions to ask. You know, speed dating, but we provide the questions.
Look at you. We're helping the open wife school, right?
Yes,
we turn modern women into wives.
We need to try. We need to do it. We need to do it.
They don't want to be saved.
No, they do. I think some do. I think. You know what, right? I want them to, but I think they do.
They want to have their fun.
No, but stop it, Alex. Don't say that. Like, you know what?
The majority of women don't want to be
what you're saying is right. I'm not saying that is wrong, but why does it always boil down to women? Like, I'm not saying no, because you see what Nathan said. I like you, Nathan, by the way.
I appreciate girl.
But what made me feel like you're not scared? You're more like scared to be stuck in one because there's so many options out there. Because you keep dipping your cookie into the jars, jars of different sauces. So.
But here's the reason.
So I think, the reason why you don't want to commit, I feel like the way you explained it to me, to one jar is because you're like, because you saw the other jar, you saw the other thing. You're like, it might taste.
Earlier on, you said too many options. That's what you said earlier.
Yeah, too many options. Let me explain it.
That's exactly the problem.
Women divorce men 70 to 80% of the time. I would argue in relationships it's probably similar. Men aren't leaving, women are. So to a guy's point of view, he's going to commit to this girl. And what does he get? He doesn't get purity anymore. You know, these hoes. You know, he doesn't get youth anymore, so he doesn't get either of those things. A lot of times she already has a kid, so he's not fulfilling his mating strategy. On top of that, even if he does find a good woman that maybe has the qualities he's looking for, she was going to want him to marry her, right? And what does he get out of that? Oh, she can leave and take half. And take my kids. And she's paid to take my kids away from me. She gets more money if she takes my children. And so from the men's point of view, they're just kind of like, F it, because like women aren't wives nowadays. And what do they get out of it?
But
like men are logical. They're logical people. And so they're thinking, does the benefit outweigh the cost? And like, I just think as women, we have to look at ourselves and say, the benefits we bring nowadays don't outweigh the cost for most men.
You know, for the sake of argument, and finally it's about my turn to, you know, help the boys out. I'll tell you something. Boys, do you know the best way for you to deal with a modern woman? Be stush. Stush means be a bit more stuck up about yourself, because actually girls don't like rejection. And the moment you reject one, she wants you more because it's a challenge. At that moment, you've got the power. If you want her, you want to maneuver and check what she's on, and you want to get her in your books.
But okay, but
I'm not gonna lie.
Listen to this from the men's point of view. So I have to play a bunch of games with these women in order to get them to commit to me. Why?
How do you feel about that?
First off, the one chick was like, there's all these options out here. So I can fuck you, it can go wrong, and then I can go to the next 20 guys in my DMs. It's like, great. Wow. What are you going to offer them? You going to teach them something? What do you think those men are coming to you for? You think they're coming to you like, oh, I need help with my math homework. Can you help me?
Can you give me some life advice?
I mean, it's a whole 360 type thing. And just like everything around is just so corroded and
corrupt.
It's just disgusting. It's just like, I don't know, there's people out here who's like 18 and they're pushing like 40 bodies. It's like, how the absolute how are you just graduating high school? You have more than 10 bodies on your roster, bro.
Like that's like fat bodies a season.
Bro, what the like? Nigga got more bodies than Ted Bundy, man. What the fuck's going on out here? And I'm supposed to just settle down with you, and I'm supposed to chase you. I'm supposed to make you feel like
you're queen.
I've probably seen it's like, oh, just don't care. It's just like, but even that's toxic. It's just like being stoic and just not caring, and not showing no emotion at all is ridiculous.
You basically just be like a robot.
Yeah, I gotta be a robot.
Turn me on, turn me off, turn it on, turn it off.
And just so this chick will like, why? Just like you said, like, what's the point? I can say for me, I just sit there and I'm just like, I mean, what exactly is this going to become? Like, are we going to do this? And then like 2 years from now, 3 years from now, you're bored or whatever excuse they make up to be like, I don't want to do this anymore. I know we're married, but you know, I just don't think we can do this.
I'm not feeling the same vibe.
Wow, there goes 10 years, 7 years.
Down the drain.
What the?
You fooled me.
Like, what the? It's like, what the f*** going on, man? You have anything you want to say?
I would just say like I don't know. It's hard like because everything's so like in your face and everything. You can just see all types of people, all types of pretty chicks. You could DM anybody. Like it wasn't like that always. And like it being like that, it just made people just desensitized to like relationships in general. So it's like you're able to hop to one to like, but like back then you were just like everybody in your neighborhood. So it's just like
even now you went for the people who knew were going to add value to your life, was actually going to offer you something. Like that's why you have to go through the dad. It's going to be like, so what do you have to offer my daughters? Like what are you going to bring to this family? How are you going to help take this family to the next level? Just things like that, you know what I mean? But I mean,
it's not just females; it's men too. You know what I mean? It's both sides. You know
that's why I said 360. So it's all toxic all around. Like y'all niggas just don't give a f anymore. I'm just out here just
running trains, hotel parties,
bitches, and I'm out here just sucking dick. And I'm just doing whatever I want to do. I'm living life.
I'm living my truth.
The truth. Yeah, you're truthfully a hoe.
I do it at all.
Because
why is it worth it?
Yeah, no. It's like what is the benefit to the men? Like what genuinely? Who in here has a cookbook? Maybe you.
I don't need a cookbook.
What?
I do.
But that's what I'm saying.
Are you asking for can cook?
No. My point is, none of us in here can be considered traditional women. And back then, an average guy could get a traditional woman. And now what does he get? He gets a boss bitch, a boss babe, a girl that's been ran through. He gets an ex-hoe. He gets a born-again virgin. Like, when this is as
like the
women, and this is what
like the main
we still get protection and provisioning.
Are you sure?
And the average salary,
That's not.
I mean, okay. Here's the thing. The average salary could cover an apartment. But the thing is, like, women, we want this lifestyle that's not even realistic nowadays. Like, we want men that make more than we do. And we want them to pay all of the bills. But it's like, we all have our nails done. We have, we get our hair dyed. We have makeup. We have all of this stuff that costs money because we want this lifestyle. And I've had girls come on my show and I say, would you date an average guy for companionship? But you would have to go down in lifestyle. And they say, no, we're addicted to lifestyle.
Okay. I would add from a male perspective, what I find, and I think that this is why most guys don't bother, and this is why I for me it's the biggest kind of consumer of my energy when it comes to dating in this whole game is that all modern women want my time and attention to them. When I go to a club, there's 10 hot girls who think I'm going to get their number, talk to them for 3 months, take them out until they eventually decide to we can do this or that or whatever, and it's just non-stop, and they all think I have all the time in the world, and that they're all so special and interesting, and that they all deserve the red carpet treatment. And these women do nothing for me. They do absolutely nothing. They can't barely hold a conversation. They can't start a conversation. They got no date ideas. They don't even know how to be feminine, bro. They think wearing a tight skirt is feminine. That you can stand around and guys will just throw themselves at you, which is kind of that's why.
Which is what they do, and that's why they move more
When is
stush.
the last time a girl planned a day for you?
Oh my god.
Like planned a whole
That nigga
day.
like,
Y'all
huh?
do a really
He said, what are you talking
He's
about?
like, wait, what is that? What is that?
I was just asked that question. I don't remember the last time.
They don't do it, but they talk about equality a lot.
No, but you're generalizing. But you're generalizing a lot as
like
well.
even if it was just a
Big
couple
time.
that maybe liked you or got feelings or whatever, did any of them like try to compete for you?
Hell no.
Yeah.
Because they're all queens,
Because,
they're all
because it's
tens.
an ego thing. Because girls won't put aside their ego.
They're all
Okay,
tens,
that's
they're all
facts.
queens, they're all boss bitches.
No, she's got a point. For once, I'll agree with her. She does have a point. Girls, you know what? Stop being so annoying. If you want to see the guy, ask him, "Can I see you?" If you want to go on a date with him and you invite him, make sure that you did the invitation. Be polite, have manners, and you're the one that is the host. Therefore, you pattern the team. Stop always waiting for the guy to make the first move.
I get the impression
But no,
that.
No, that's a whole
No. You can't turn around and say that the men want feminine women.
And then you
So
want to
how
chase.
can a woman
You
go
take it
up to
out.
a man and say, "I'm gonna take you out"?
Well, I'll say now.
You know,
I think that you're an amazing guy. You are sick. I'm gonna shoot my shot.
something?
Would you want to go out with me?
No,
please?
You
what
sounded like a man. That sounded like a man.
What I
These days, they're very masculine these days.
What I so devil's advocate here. I wouldn't probably approach it like that, but like back in the day, didn't women drop the handkerchief?
Hey,
Right. Women drop the handkerchief.
But that's
that's
you
what-
see the thing is right is that years ago you dropped the handkerchief and the man showed he was interested. You didn't drop your knickers.
Dang.
Dropping a handkerchief and it's relatively
Wow.
different from dropping your knickers. So you used to walk along in the old days. They used to drop you walk along and you drop a hanky just to see whether or not the man was interested.
Auntie,
But
sorry.
now the women are dropping their knickers to see whether the man's interested.
No, I don't think that's an issue. They're not dropping their knickers because like a third of men are virgins.
But they're dropping their knickers more than we drop hankies.
No, my.
No, what you said in the beginning is they're dropping their knickers for the niggas who they think is gonna be the one that changed their life and take them to the next level.
And
But
then
he's just like the rest of them. He's like, oh, you're just another. Then he starts, y'all for a little bit, y'all cool, and he starts texting a little bit slower, a little bit less.
he's just gone.
Then he's gone. Then now you take that next trauma to the next dude.
And
you
then the
tell
next
him-
dude.
And you tell him all about how this happened and all this, and then now you want to take it to the next side. And then you finally get to a guy who actually wants to give you the time and care, and you sit there and you degrade him, you treat him like trash, you spew all this shit out that you don't even realize it's like making me. I'm silently sitting there and judging you. Like I have to judge you because that's just basic human nature. It's just like you're saying all this stuff and just sitting there like, wow, like she really like.
You really think this?
It's like you really think this, and it's like, but then it's always that's just how it was back then. It's just like, nigga, that's you. That's what you did. Like that's what you
did,
still
like,
can do. Like
right, it's like
just because it was a few, like 2
months ago.
like 2 months ago. Nigga, you different now, bro? Like
I don't know. At this point, it's just like it seems like it's far from repair. You know what I mean? I don't think it'd be repaired. I think it has to grow into something else. It just has to, because like it's not like people can say it all they want, but it's not gonna be like it used to be. You know what I mean? The world changes, people change. These are different type of people from the 50s.
this is people who grew up on the internet, who grew up in trends.
Yeah, so it's like it might get worse, but you know what I mean? If
No, it's going to get worse.
I don't know. Platforms like this is like talking about it. I feel like it can like turn to something else.
Yeah, platforms they're talking about it, but people just they shut their ears. They
Yeah,
say-
bro.
They be
No,
like,
they don't shut their ears. They
They be
just
like,
they just don't do.
Man, this is not. Why are you trying to control us? No one's trying to control you, nigga. I'm trying to live
save you.
I'm trying to live my life with a person who I actually feel like is worth it.
Right.
But if you constantly remind me why, there's these small little things. They be the smallest things with niggas. We don't. A lot of shit be let slide.
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of have to nowadays because at this point,
that's
everyone got
both sides too.
It's both sides. But it'd be the smallest things, really. But it's just like
It just make you think like,
like damn. Like, all right.
I don't know about this. I don't know about this.
I don't know. This is interesting. I think we're going to react to her a lot more. I'm not gonna ask her what her sexuality is. It doesn't matter.
No, she's straight.
She's straight.
I think.
Or whatever she is. I enjoy her videos. Let us know if you want to see more of her down in the comments. Hit the like button, subscribe, and share, man. remember, this is open discussion. We're not sitting here trying to say everybody
Right.
like this, generalize nothing. I'm just,
you know, man. We're not trying to like just bash women or bash men. Like, you know, man, it's bad on both sides.
Yeah, I say it all the time. It's a 360 thing. It's all around. It's all toxic. I mean, there's literally a website called Hoodville where you teach niggas how to be horrible towards women. I mean,
that's crazy.
It's really bad.
They're followed and they got followers. But if you want to see more videos like this, let us know in the comments. Like, subscribe, and share. Ready to 10K. We'll see you next time. Peace.